Now the topic is changes of importance of sectors. See how the importance of sectors have changed. See here we have discussed about three sectors like primary, secondary and tertiary. See here, coming to the primary sector, in India initially most of the people are related to agriculture activities, 80 to 90% of people. See here in the late 50 years or when India got the independence, here the first 5-year plan was stressed in implementation of agriculture industrial activities. So due to the industrial activities or due to the industrial growth, so here the shift of people from primary sector to industrial sector, which led the employment opportunities and at the same time increasing of their GDP. So here the people like the families who are got the opportunities to work in the farming as well as in industrial sector and which led their economic growth or GDP. See here, but the trend has completely changed in the last 30 years. See here, in the primary the production has little bit it is contributing, and in the industry sector it is contributing 20%. And if coming to the service sector, the service sector it is contributing a larger extent and it has transforming a larger transformation in the sharing of GDP, that too in the developed countries. See here, now to determine a country are developed or undeveloped, see countries like based on the GDP. See here, the most of the people who should be work in the secondary sector either in the service sector. It means it should be not in the primary sector. So that has become the criteria to assess a country is developed or undeveloped. So here to see in the countries like Australia and America, here in the agriculture activities like in the primary sector, most of the people who are working in the primary sector, they are only 5% of people, whereas coming to the remaining part or remaining percentage of people who are working in the most of the sectors like industries or service sector. So which is clearly shows that it should be in the secondary or in the service sector. So that has become the more criteria. See here, service sector again redivided into three categories. Here first one is community services. Here community services deal with different aspects for doing this, different things, and next finance, banking, and next trade, hotels. So here service sector by these three here contributing a larger extent and providing more larger employment opportunities. See here in the last 30 or 40 years it is providing a major contribution of GDP for a nation, and here you don't need to product any or here you don't need to any produce or any farming. Here you are going to pay your services for your services. It means here you are going to pay for your service. And see next another topic is employment structure of India. See as per 2011 census of India, our Indian population is 1.2 billion people. See out of 1.2 billion people, the number of people who employed is 460 million people. Here the number is very less compared to our population. See coming to the agriculture sector, coming to the sectors, the people which they have worked. See here, coming to the agriculture sector, here 60% of people are working in agriculture sector, and they are providing to the GDP is 1/6. It's clearly stating that it's very less compared to the people who are work in the agriculture sector is more, and they are contributing to the GDP is very less, like 1/6. It's nearly less than 20% or 20%. And coming to the industrial sector, the industrial sector has grown or it's 9 times, and it's increasing the employment opportunities 3 times. And whereas coming to the service sector it's increasing of its 15 times, and it's providing the employment opportunities 5 times. So here by these two sectors which is contributing to the GDP is 70 to 70% or 3/4. It's clearly stating that the number of people who are working in agriculture sector is more, but they are the contributing of GDP is very less. So whereas coming to the industrial sector and service sector, the number of people who is working in less, it means remaining 40% of people are working in industrial and service sector, and they are contributing to the GDP is 70 to 70%. It's clearly nothing but it's clearly stating that the number of people who is working in agriculture sector is more, even though it is working more, the contribution of GDP is less. So here, even though our country is developed, we have to address some issues. See, like a family like Gayatri, who has the a family like Gayatri, she has a member of five members, like a father, mother, and she has a brothers, two brothers. See here, she who has some agriculture land like 1 acre or 1 acre or 2 acre. See, they have the land and they have the issue like they have the land and they will do the agriculture only in the rainy season, which they not own their own water. They did not have any water source, so only they do the crop during the rainy season. It means here the families who is have the problem like agriculture crops, who is doing in agriculture farming. See here, like this people who has we have to address some issues. Even we have development of India in different sectors. So here we have a family like Gayatri, who has a family members of five. Like she has a father, mother, and she has a brothers. See here, a family who has their own farm, literally who will do their farm, and the two brothers who are educated, but they are doing their own farm. And here the brothers who work in their own farm, but they can go outside and they can earn more productively. Here nothing but here the family or the brothers who are working in their own farm, but they are not fetching the income what they need. So here this type of employment is called underemployment. Is nothing but, see here, the family who can do or who can send the two brothers can go go outside and do some work and can get some income for their family. But instead of that, they are working in their own field, and here only they can do their farming in their own farm, and they have the problem like water issues, who will do only in the rainy season. It's clearly stating that they can earn only here in India. As per India, here they can do, the farmers can do the 3 crops, but due to the water problem, they can do or they can provide only 1 crop. Here clearly state that the people like Gayatri family, here the people like the brothers who are educated, but they are not doing the work for their extra income for their family. So this kind of employment or this kind of employment is called disguised unemployment. Here we can say the situation is that the people who has the capacity to do or to generate some income, but beyond their capacity they are doing the work. So this kind of situation is called disguised unemployment. And the employment is nothing but here we can unemployment is nothing but here it's clearly visible, like the people where they cannot do any work. So here we can clearly see this kind of unemployment. Generally we can visible these things. Most of the people in India, they are not do any works, or the people who will not do any work, we can say that unemployment. And see, and coming to the another category of employment, we can see here a person who is educated or who is done his masters in education, but who is doing in a low level works, like who is doing the work in like a small tutor or a small works. But here a person who has the potential to do or to do any work, but beyond his potential is earning his income, or his earning is work, or his earning is potential. So this kind of situation or this kind of employment is called underemployment. So here in India we have to address this kind of issues. Even though we have the service sector and industrial sector, a lot of opportunities they are providing and lot of employment sources they are providing, but even though most of the people, a wide range of people, the people are not getting their employment opportunities. So here we have to provide, or the government has to take these all issues and get them employment everyone. Then only we can achieve the successful GDP as per the countries.